Let's look at the following example. You're considering two mutually exclusive projects with the following cash flows. Project A and Project B. Project A cash flows are negative $80,000 in year 0, $31,000 in years 1, 2, and 3. For Project B, the initial investment is the same, negative $8,000. The future cash flows are nothing in years 1 and 2 and $110,000 in year 3. Which project or projects should you accept if the discount rate is 8.5%? So here we need to compare two projects, right? Project A and Project B. First, there's this new phrase that we haven't come across yet in this class. Mutually exclusive. What does it mean? Mutually exclusive projects versus independent projects. What are mutually exclusive projects? Mutually exclusive projects are those that cannot both happen simultaneously. You have to pick one. If both look good, pick the best one. You can only pick one, no more than one. Independent means that if both look good, accept both. So mutually exclusive projects would happen if we have some sort of limited resources. So maybe we have limited money to invest, which is only enough to invest into one project, but not two or more, right? Or maybe we have a limited amount of equipment that we could use for whatever production is involved for that new project. So we can only use that piece of equipment for one production process, but not two or more. Or maybe we have limitations with the number of employees. We only have so many people. We can only hire them for to focus on one project, but not both, and so on. With independent projects, we do not have these limitations. So if both projects look good, we will raise the money we would need to invest into both. We would hire more people, we would buy new equipment, and so on. And to summarize, when you compare the net present value for your multiple projects, if they're all above 0, then you accept only one project, the one with the highest NPV. That's if the projects are mutually exclusive projects. If the projects are instead independent, then whichever projects have the NPV above $0 should all be accepted. Now back to our two mutually exclusive projects, A and B. Let's calculate the NPV for project A. So if you do it by hand, you take negative $80,000 for year 0, and then you add $31,000 from year 1 divided by 1 plus 0.085, the discount rate, plus $31,000 from the second year, discounted back by 2 years, so the power would be 2, attached to 1 plus the discount rate, and then you add the third term, the last $31,000 at the end of the third year, discounted back by 3 years. So you divide 31,000 by 1.085 to the third power. And the answer you get, if you do this whole math by hand, is negative $825. Of course, you can do it in the financial calculator. Let me bring it up. So let's clear everything. I pressed second plus minus enter. Let's find the net present value for project A in one step using the cash flow keys. So I press the cash flow button. My cash flow 0 is the initial investment entered with the negative sign. 80,000 negative, enter. Down arrow key. What's my cash flow 01? What's the first cash flow in the future? it's $31,000. 31, 3 zeros, enter, down. What's the frequency of it? So technically I could leave the frequency at 1, press the down arrow key, and then 2 more times re-enter 31,000 with the frequency of 1, or I can save myself a few seconds if right here I change the frequency to 3, because $31,000 occurs 3 times in a row, right? So I make it 3, enter, down, and there is no more cash flow 02, right? Because cash flow 02 here would mean cash flow number 4 in the future, but there are no more. So now I can proceed to computing the NPV. I press the NPV button. The display asks me to enter the interest rate, which was given. That was 8.5%. So I enter that, 8.5, enter, down, compute. Negative $825.31. Okay, so that's the NPV for project A. For project B, we have negative $80,000, and then the only cash flow that we receive in the future is $110,000 at the end of the third year. So we add it and we divide $110,000 by 1.085 to the third power. So we have discounted it back by 3 years. The answer we get is $6,120. And of course, again, we can use the financial calculator. Here we again, let's start by clearing. Second plus minus, enter. Cash flow key. 80,000, negative, enter, down. So we have 0 followed by another 0, and then 110,000 in 3 years, right? So cash flow 01 is cash flow number 1 in the future, in the first year. That's $0. I press enter, I press the down arrow key. What's the frequency of that first cash flow? Well, we actually have $0 2 times in a row. So to speed things up, I can change the frequency to 2, press enter to save it, and then the down arrow key. Instead of pressing $0 as my next cash flow and leaving the frequency at 1. I could also do that, but that would take me extra few seconds. Now, cash flow 02 means cash flow in the third year, right? Because cash flow 01 was essentially $0 twice in a row. So I press 110,000, enter, down. I leave the frequency at 1 because $110,000 is only once, right? I press the down arrow key. Then NPV, my discount rate is 8.5, 8.5, enter, down, compute. $6,119.89. So I actually, rounded up to the nearest dollar, full dollar, and that's how on my slide I obtained $6,120. So now if you compare projects A and B, you will see that there's actually no ambiguity here. It's very clear which one of the 2 projects should be the winner. It's project B. It's the only one with the net present value above $0.